Today we're going to talk about the reasons therapists are giving us why they're not posting on social media. And we know the power of social media, and it's almost frustrating for us to convey that message to them and get like zero kind of response in terms of what they should be doing. I think people know, business owners in general, not just therapists, business owners know the power of social media.
Yeah.
There's multiple reasons why they're not using it to their benefit. And what we'll do today is we'll discuss a few of the reasons that we get given, and maybe some solutions and ways and means that you can navigate around these obstacles and bring social media into your business. And obviously from that, bring more leads, more awareness into your brand. So one of the big ones is lack of time.
Yeah.
Huge one that we hear all the time, and not just, again, from therapists, but across the board. There is social media management tools out there. So I get it. Maybe you're thinking prime time, I should be posting something right now, and you're stuck for content ideas. You're maybe stuck for time to do it because you're dealing with a client, you're dealing with a customer, you're dealing with inventory or whatever it is. The best thing to do is schedule these things out. Have we an app that they can use even?
Yeah, so there's a tool that's growing in popularity at the minute called Postly, POST.ly.
Okay.
You have a free account, but you can connect 3 different platforms in the one go on the free level. If you want to connect more than that, you have to pay.
Sure.
But it's not that expensive. But just going back to that original complaint that we hear or observation that we hear, I think it is a lot of prioritization that needs to be done.
100%.
That they're making themselves busy in maybe other aspects of the business that doesn't generate income for them, like admin duties or calling people or things that they can make themselves busy.
I mean, and potentially other marketing strategies that aren't working, like the new flyer design or whatever. Your all your clients or all your potential clients or future clients, they're all on social media, and they're on basically all the platforms as well, no matter what age now. Well, Snapchat excluded from that, but
100%. Well, it's still there, but we've spoken about it in other videos as well. But it's really going backwards to what platform do you want to be on?
Sure, of
because
course.
All your clients will be on all of them.
Yeah,
but you're not looking to speak to everybody. You're looking to speak to.
But this Postly tool can put it out to all 3 platforms, like whatever platforms that you're using, you can post it at once and schedule the time and stuff. Cool. We'll move on because we do have a few of these to go through. So limited understanding, obviously big one, especially for therapists. I mean, they aren't marketers, and they're all, not all of them, but they're one-man businesses generally, one-woman businesses, one-person businesses, and they don't have the skill set there or the knowledge around the platforms. And they're maybe not showing up and using the platforms normally or regularly, like for the social interactions. So therefore, they don't understand. I mean, obviously, TheraMarketing, that's what we do. We teach it, but I would suggest going and learning it. There is obviously other ways of doing that, but we run a course for therapists. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can. But you need to learn these platforms. You need to understand what people are engaging with, the people that you want to engage with, and understand how to bring them in as a customer in your business. And that's obviously what we teach at TheraMarketing. Anything else? Limited understanding?
Limited understanding. Well, you weren't born with the knowledge to do the therapy that you're doing, so you had to go and learn it. So I would suggest that you put the same time and effort, or maybe not the time, but the same effort into learning at least the basics in marketing.
Sure.
What everything is, because even if you don't plan to do it yourself, you can still hold the company that you bring in to do it accountable for their actions, because you're not going to get the wool pulled over your eyes by them saying that they've done this, and this.
I think marketing helps you understand your business as well a lot more. Like, when you understand your avatar, your offer, and the person and what they want and the problem you can solve, like, that is your business.
Yeah. And primarily what stands out for us as well is the psychology behind marketing lends itself very, very well to the psychology of hypnotherapy and therapists as well, because if you can determine what emotional drivers push people to make decisions.
Sure.
I could be talking therapy, I could be talking marketing.
Yeah, that's right. They both cross over, don't they? We talked about this loads of times in the past. Yeah, there's definitely a link between the two. Resource constraints. So, I mean, you can't outsource things, by the way. You can outsource to social media management or freelancers or whatever agencies to handle like content creation. But again, when you're talking about one-person businesses, do you have the resources to even do that? Because it's all paid. So the best way to do it again is going back to learning it yourself and starting small and testing stuff out. The thing, and we will probably get to the point where the fear factor thing creeps into people's heads. The worst thing can happen is no one sees this. No one sees your post. That's it. Yeah. I do believe that these are free platforms. You test it out freely, use and hone your skills. You're not going to start off at something and be amazing at it. Yeah. Nobody started off playing football and then turned pro the next day. It just doesn't work that way. So give yourself a shot at this, because you know in your head that it works. Yeah. Like we all know that business and marketing, they're two inextricably linked, and social media marketing at the minute is the biggest draw out there. Yeah. And it's free. This is why it's such a draw. We've have eyes on these platforms. There's billions of users using Meta. Like, they're all there. So and you can reach them. So skepticism, especially regarding like paid ads and stuff, maybe ROIs and things like that. I mean, therapists, would it be right in saying, are probably more skeptical than other business owners that we've been dealing with?
To be fair to them, I wouldn't say they're more skeptical. They're just as. But there is a sort of polarizing viewpoint that it's beneath them almost. Sure. They would like to stick to just the professional LinkedIn profile and nothing else, but ignoring the fact that LinkedIn is B2B, business to business. But behind every business, there is a C, there's a consumer. Yeah. So, and that C goes home and puts up their work hat and sits down and watches TV and goes on their Facebook profile. So even though you're not trying to hit them on a professional platform, you still could hit them when they're on their downtime, that they would remember to go back to in their business days. So it's just, again, going back to who your avatar is, what do they look like, where do they hang out, go there.
Do you think the fact that there isn't a massive leader out there in terms of influence in the hypnotherapy space, that maybe they don't believe that they can be that person, that it doesn't exist and there can't be a leader?
For sure.
There's a few out there, by the way.
There's a few doing very well, but I think
there's a few doing very well. I mean, we're working with one that's flying. Like, what was the views last night?
183,000
and counting, which is phenomenal. All talking about
IBS, how to deal with it with therapy, for sure. But I think also, if you're putting an ad out and you're always running that risk, I think is what puts people off of negative comments.
Sure.
And people take that personally when they shouldn't. It's nothing's personal in business.
I think that is the fear. It's actually one of the points I've got down here: fear of negative feedback.
Yeah. Well, I was more addressing the skepticism of the public.
Okay. Yeah.
So they don't
regarding
want to expose themselves.
Yeah. Sure.
They don't want to expose themselves to the skepticism of the public.
It's crazy, man. Because if you believe that your product works, that you can help people. Personally, I wouldn't give a shit what someone had said, but again, I'm not in that position. Well, I am, because we put this out. If we get negative feedback, I'm happy to say this is legitimately our experience in this thing. This is the thing we're skilled at, and I'm happy to take that criticism on board.
Well, at the end of the day, if we put this out and we get 0 views, I'll still sleep happily tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't care. My value's not wrapped up in the views and hits and comments and likes.
If we can help like 10, 20 people on, brilliant. If we can help someone get over that anxiety, that fear of posting, and get them leads into their business. And what that does is, the lead is someone that needs help. Yeah. You, as a therapist, are someone that can help them. We have just put you in contact with each other. Someone's winning out of this. Actually, 2 people are. One's winning financially, the other person's winning with getting their problem solved. Yeah. So, and we're winning then because it came off us. And this is what we'll constantly drill on this page on TheraMarketing, is how to get these leads in, because we believe in the therapists that we're helping right now, and we believe that marketing is the way to get your business popping and get your leads flowing. Inconsistent strategy is a big one. Just not being consistent. Solutions, I suppose, is developing a social media strategy, obviously, a schedule, a calendar. Social media calendar?
Yeah, a good point that whenever I was doing the hypnotherapy training for just before the exams, what I used to tell all of my students as well, that they say they don't have time to do it. So the best piece of advice that I can give them is to open their calendar, pick a date and time that's available, and book an hour slot and call your client marketing.
Yeah.
So pretend that you've got an actual client in there.
Great idea.
So you wouldn't multitask when you have a client, and so don't multitask when you have marketing in your calendar.
They're not giving it the time that they say they're going to dedicate to this.
And you can get a lot done within an hour.
Yeah. So we mentioned the fear of negative feedback.
Yeah.
It's a big one, especially with therapists. With anyone that's skilled at doing a certain thing, if they care that much about their skill, they're always going to be trying to refine it in their head and thinking, could I do this better? Is there any way? And that's a good sign of someone that cares.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to therapists, especially, they have this fear around like people coming in and criticizing their stuff, and hypnotherapy doesn't work. I tried it, and as you know, if they're not open to it, there's potentially it won't be successful. So,
well, the good news is, if they are, it is good news.
Yeah.
If they are fearful and they have anxieties and worries about that, they're bound to know other therapists that can help them get over that fear.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Cool. Platform overwhelm. Obviously, when you are focusing on maybe a few platforms, is something we kind of get to the crux of quite quickly in TheraMarketing. Whenever we bring clients in through the door, we make sure we get the right platform for them and get them skilled on that one. There's an overwhelm there. Where should I be? Should I be on YouTube? Should I be on Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok?
There is levels.
There is.
So there's a client I was speaking to this morning, Helen, who asked me to look at her YouTube channel.
Sure.
But basically, you get to a certain level where you're confident posting, you're confident in your topics, you're confident in your editing, you get it all up, and you're not seeing the best results. So then you have to look in the tinier details of how many hashtags do you have, how many. So that's the overwhelm part. But I think if you break it down into stages,
steps, small steps.
Yeah.
Fucking like everything, just
do it wrong to learn first.
It's free to get the mistakes. You're not paying for those mistakes. So other things here, misaligned with target audience. That's simply their avatar being completely wrong. So without the right research, I mean, you sit down, you do your research on your avatar, on your platform as well.
Yeah.
And that's how you get that right. But that's a big one too. You have to tailor your strategy accordingly, like it has to be.
Especially if your target audience is, PTSD, for example, and you're trying to attract people by using Snapchat because you love it. You'll probably not get as much success as you would, say, versus using TikTok and YouTube Shorts, or not TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and LinkedIn. Yeah. So it's choosing that.
100%. Content creation challenges. So they don't know what. Well, I don't know if it's they don't know what to put up, or like, for example, if they wanted to have like a poster, how to use like Canva or simple things like that can be an issue. Maybe someone in their head knows what they want to put out, but just doesn't know how to kind of wrap it up. Doesn't know how to kind of create it essentially. Obviously there is tools like Canva for graphics. There's obviously tools for editing as well. There's loads out there, to be honest. We couldn't even list the ones. We're constantly using quite a lot actually ourselves, because it changes our preferences for platforms and etc. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say there is a good website if you did want to learn all the tips and techniques of it.
Don't do it.
I'm going to do it.
Don't do it.
GOO.
Don't do it.
GLE.
He did it right. So obviously there's certain things too with algorithm changes and things like that people say, I was doing really well on this, and maybe not understanding how a business page works from a personal page. And listen, it does take learning. Obviously, there is educating yourself on this, but it comes down to this. Your future clients who are stuck right now are on social media, and you need to connect with them. At the minute, if you're not posting, they have no idea that you exist.
Yeah.
So in order for you to make that known to them, make yourself known to them, make your solution known to them, you need to be putting yourself out there. I don't care how good you are at your skill.
Mm.
If no one knows you exist, you're going to be looking for another job in the next year. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. A business with no sign is a sign of no business.
Damn. Deep.
I like that one.
That was good. Obviously, people think, oh, but people are going to shout out and refer. It's not how people work. It's really not how the mind works. I don't get something straight away. I go, I must tell everyone that I have this thing. Especially if you're dealing with trauma like PTSD and things you don't maybe want to talk about. Because therapy itself isn't something you go around. Oh, unfortunately.
All the different things, like enuresis, people don't want to ever talk about that.
No.
It's just not a thing.
Enuresis?
I
know what it is. Yes.
But that is a big common treatment that people come and get fixed. But you're not going to go out to tell 10 of your friends that you just got helped with this issue.
Yeah. So that is a problem. Anyway, guys, keep watching the stuff. If you do like it, please share it. And as I said, if you ever are finding yourself stuck and wanting help from professionals, then come speak to us at TheraMarketing. We have a course designed to specifically take you from not knowing anything, being stuck, solving that whole social media dilemma and getting leads in your business.
Yeah.
It's a 16-week course.
Yeah.
So get on it if you're interested. Do not miss out on this. It works. We've proven it to work, and we're here to help you out. Cool?
That's it.
Peace out.
Speak soon.